sunny. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna get the Subaru washed, but first things first, we're gonna go ahead and get the Fummins frame moved to where I want it, so me and Bailey can start getting it ready to get it painted. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be taking the frame out from underneath in the truck, moving it to where I want it and setting it back up on jack stands. We will be setting the clear plastic stuff up all around the frame and on the floor, so that way we can keep, you know, the shop itself as clean as possible and not get overspray on everything. I'm sure most of you know what I'm talking about as far as the plastic wrap stuff, so you don't get paint everywhere. So that's what we'll be doing today, and we'll also be washing the Subaru, getting it all cleaned up and shiny, because it is a dusty, bug-covered disaster. So that's what we'll be doing today. I'm heading back from Bailey's work right now because I was helping him do something with his exhaust, and we stopped at Summit to get some cleaning stuff. So we're heading back now. I'll be home about 20 minutes, and then I'll pick you guys back up when it's time for frame stuff.
So what's the game plan now? We're gonna take the frame out and paint it?
Yeah, so what we're gonna do today, guys, is, well, now we're back at the shop. We're gonna go ahead and start taking the 2x4s off. There's a couple sections here just to hold it from going side to side. Go ahead and start getting those unscrewed. We're waiting on Tyler. I already got Bailey here doing Bailey things. Waiting on Tyler, and then we're gonna go ahead and get the frame up off the jack stands, and probably just set it on the ground until we get the jack stands out of the way, and then we're gonna move it right here, and this is where me and Bailey are gonna paint everything on it and get it set up for paint, and then we'll be able to start putting all the fun stuff back together, and start getting further and further onto it. So pick you guys back up once Tyler gets here. Alright guys, so we got our frame set up right where we want it. Bailey was a big deciding factor in putting it the way that it ended up instead of the way that I had originally intended for it to go, just because, you know, he's the paint guy, and you know, we need to make it as easy as possible for him to do his work on it, so it can come out the best quality as possible. So we got the frame set up right where we want it. Here in a little bit, I want to get the Subaru washed real quick while it's still nice out, with the sun out. So we're going to go ahead and get the Subaru washed real quick, and then later on, once that's done, we'll come back in here and we will get the painter's wrap stuff hung up from the ceiling, get everything pretty much set up so it is ready for paint whenever we're ready for it, and go from there. So I'll catch up with you guys once we start washing the Subaru. Alright guys, it is now Sunday. I'm just gonna roll with this on my phone for right now because I lost my GoPro. I think it's at the house in the garage, but I'm not sure because I was using it a little bit yesterday for the washing the Subaru, getting some footage of that stuff. So we're just gonna roll with the iPhone here for a little bit. Today is now Sunday. Yesterday I ended up spending like, I don't know, 4.5, 5 hours washing the Subaru, and it pretty much took us till dusk. And I was tired and ready to just kind of chill out, so I ended up calling it a day there. Today what we're gonna do is, like I said I was gonna do yesterday, we're gonna hang like the painter's wrap stuff from the ceiling here, the paint from going everywhere in the shop here, and keep all the insulation from falling on it. I mean, you guys might even be able to see already, that's probably dirt. But insulation does fall from the ceiling in here. I mean, I've had it, when I had the Ranger, there would be insulation on the Ranger. It's just dust, but we cannot have that getting on the paint. So, we're gonna be doing that today. I'm gonna have to go we're gonna have to go back to my house and get the stuff that I have in our barn. I believe it's still there, because at one point I was gonna build a truck in the barn, and then just life happened and it didn't work out. So but now we're here, now we have a nice shop, stuff like that. So we're gonna go get that. This week we'll be getting the heat going in here. I just need my uncle's help for the electric part of it, to get it all wired up and stuff like that. So we're gonna get to doing that, and I'll catch up with you guys once we get to the barn. Alright guys, so we went and got our painter's plastic. We're good to go on that now. So, I'm trying to figure out, one, how I'm gonna get up that high, and two, what I'm gonna use, because like we have a staple gun, but my concern is that stuff it's pretty thin, because I'm concerned about like it getting blown or it getting hit and it rips off of the staple that's holding it up, and then the plastic come down and land on the frame and I have paint on it or something. That's what I don't want. So I think I'll be okay. I just gotta be careful. I don't know. I'll find out once we start stapling it up. Alright guys, so the camera battery ended up getting pretty much about to die, so I threw it on the charger real quick. We have this about halfway done now. Got a lot of our plastic hung up. What I'm gonna have to do though is I ended up cutting it a little short from the ground, so I'm gonna have to go back around the bottom edges and just kind of I'll take the painter's plastic, and go around the bottom of them, of all the walls, I guess, and just put more on there, and then I'll probably end up duct taping the pieces together, so like you can see that side right there, like just the gaps in between them. I'll end up taping it together. I think it'll work. I just have to get some duct tape, but it should work. Get that all done. So I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna get this side wrapped up here real quick. This side should be a lot easier and faster, because up top, obviously this building has got like a slant to it, so doing that part was kind of hard and sketchy. I was literally sitting the ladder on those because my ladder wasn't tall enough for me to reach, so I was sitting it on those 6x6s, and I was able to make it work. It was a little sketchy at times, but we made it work. So I'm going to go ahead, run this piece down. That's the back piece here. We're gonna go ahead and get that hung, and then we're gonna run back down this side and get everything all buttoned up, at least for the walls, and then we'll run back around and put a bottom piece on. All right, guys, so we just got back with a duct tape here. We went to the store real quick, got that. So we're gonna go ahead and start taping. I'll probably just do like small little, I don't know, 4 or 5 inch sections, you know, just like a stripe of them down instead of running the whole thing. There's just no point. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then we'll go ahead and as well do like the bottom, along the bottoms, like I said, to make sure all this plastic hits the floor to prevent as much, you know, overspray from the paint as possible. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll catch up with you after that. Alright guys, so we got our makeshift paint booth all wrapped up here. We got it stapled to the ceiling up at the top on the rafters. And then for like where the gaps were, where the streams were, we took duct tape and connected them that way. And then some of them I didn't make long enough, just, I don't know, I just kind of made them all long. They were the same length. But the rafters go up and down, obviously, with a lean, and I didn't really like measure for that part. I just kind of rolled it out and cut it to the same length as all the other ones. So I did have to take another piece alongside of the bottom, and I did the same thing. I just taped it most of the way around. I had to do, not all the way. It was pretty much the other side I didn't have to do that with. There was one small section that I did. That was it. So we got an entrance here, and we got an entrance over there for that side when we go to paint it. There's a lot of wind in here right now, so it's blowing all over the frame, but we'll get that fixed when we do actually go to paint it, so the plastic doesn't hit it. So that's gonna wrap it up for this video, guys. Thank you guys for watching again. I can't thank you guys enough for keeping on watching and sharing and subscribing. It's kind of hard to explain, just because even I used to be like, there's no way that like people subscribing like actually makes a difference. But no, it really does, because it gives me motivation to keep on going and building and growing. I mean, if it wasn't for everyone watching and asking about the truck all the time, I probably wouldn't be nowhere near where I'm at with it. And then we got the Subaru now, and just everything I got going on. Everyone that is subscribed or messages me or anything of that sort, it really does keep me going and does help motivate me and inspires me to keep on going. So thank you to every one of you guys that does do that, subscribes, likes, shares my videos with other people. It does mean a whole lot more than you realize. Also, a huge thanks to Bailey, Zach, and Tyler for helping me get this frame picked up and moved to where it is now. I mean, they literally made it as simple as that could have possibly been. I think we had it out of here and set up in 10 minutes or less. So that made that super nice and super easy. So huge shout out and thank you to them as well. But once again, guys, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and turn on the bell notification so you do get the notification that I'm about to make a post or that I did post. And I will catch you guys next time.